This is a cardiovascular kickboxing workout. We're gonna start here with some front swings, just moving that foot forward and backwards, just smoothly. Pretend that you are at a golf course and there is a tuft of grass and you're just kicking that grass behind you. Just like you're scuffing that foot and you're balancing on the other foot. I've got my hands on my hips, but if you want to hold on to a counter, because this is kind of hard to balance like this, you're using your core. Now let's switch sides, shake out those hips and get your balance first, and then kick it back, and just the front of your foot should just scuff the bottom of your floor or your mat. Make sure you have a soft surface like I am. Again, if you need to hold on to a chair or a counter, go ahead and do so. Go at your level. And let's do a couple more. Just getting that balance, using that core strength. My name is Nina. I'm a certified personal trainer and strength and conditioning coach. Shake out those hips. And now what we're gonna do is hip half circles. So you're going to work those hips, and we're going to tap front, and then we're going to tap back for 8, and front and back, going in that half circle, front, back, front and back, tapping front, tapping back, front and back. And this does have a balance element to it as well. So we are working a lot of core today. So go ahead and get ready for the other side. And you will feel this in your thighs and your front of your legs too. Top, front and back and front. Moving in a half circle and feeling those hips working. It's called the medial glute. And so tap back, tap front and back. Oh yeah, I feel my booty. Front, back, front, and shake out those hips. Woohoo! Yeah, I felt that too. Do a little dance. Why not? Let's make it fun. All right, so let's do some repeat our knees. Let's do 3, 1, 2, and 3, and switch other side. And 1, 2, 3, switch. Let's go down 3, 2, 1, and switch 3, 2, and 1. And let's use our arms this time, moving those arms for 3, 2, 1. A little different motion. 3, 2, 1, and count up. 1, 2, and 3. Great. So I'm gonna have a sip of water because I am getting dehydrated. It is really hot out. It's a hot summer day, even though it's early in the morning. It's around 7 o'clock right now. And okay, we're gonna do the same thing, but this time I'm gonna try not to touch down. So I'm going to try to keep that back foot off the mat the entire time, and I'm going to flex the foot. Make sure it's flexed like this, trying to balance as I'm showing you, but yeah, so just like that. Okay, try not to tap back. All right, getting my balance first, and then there I am. All right, so I'm just kicking it back for 3, shaking out those hips, and kick back 1, 2, and 3. Try it again. 1, 2, 3. If you tap down, that's okay. I have to sometimes as well. And all right, so now I want your hands by your, I should say your fists right by your chin the whole time. So same thing, 3, 2, 1, kicking back. These are rear kicks. And let's other side, 3, 2, and 1. Ready? And 3, 2, 1, and switch. 3, 2, 1. Yes, we trainers, we like to count down. All right, so this time let's go ahead and do some seal jacks. Going to the side, getting that heart rate back up, getting that blood flowing. If you don't want to jump it, that's okay. You can just Do low impact like I'm showing you right here, the stepping. Otherwise, I'm going to jump it with these seal jacks, jumping seal jacks. Yep, my heart rate is going up. I'm landing soft. Make sure you are as well. Couple more. Not gonna go on forever, don't worry. If you need to just walk in place, that's totally cool with me. I can't see you. All right, shake up those hips. All right, so next up, all right, so we are going to work on some rear kicks, but first I'm going to grab a sip of water. So let's go ahead and get those fists by your face and balance, leaning forward, kicking back, and trying to balance and trying not to tap that foot down. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and I changed my mind. I'm going to tap the foot down each time first. So just kicking back and tapping back. All right, and let's count it. 1, tap, 2, tap, 3, tap, 4, tap, 5, tap, let's go for 8, 6, tap, 7, tap, last one, 8, and tap. Great. All right, get your balance, and 8. We're going to try to keep that foot off the mat the whole time for 8. I'm losing my balance a little bit, so just have fun with it. All right, let's try 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake out those hips. All right, so now we are going to do a little bit of a variation, and I'm going to punch it back with one arm. So just extending one arm back along with that leg, and kick and punch. I'm going to show you from the side, and we're going to go for 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's go ahead and switch other side, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If the punch is too much, you can go ahead and take it out. So you'll notice that I'm leaning forward as I'm kicking, and that will help me with balance. So the more I lean, the higher I can go up with that kick. So it helps you with that counterbalance. All right, so we're going to now add a look in the direction. So I'm gonna kick and look in the direction that I'm kicking, and you'll see I'm looking both ways. As I'm standing up, I'm looking in front, kicking back, looking back, and I'm not standing up completely tall. There is a little bend in my front leg. And this does take a lot of balance. So if you want to hold on to a counter and do this, all right, so go ahead and get ready for the other side. Lean and make sure that front leg is bent. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not so good on this side. 6 and 7, and one more. 8. Why not throw in a couple more? I think I lost count. Ooh. Oh well, that happens. We trainers, we do that. That's why it's good for you guys to count. All right, so we're to side jacks. So you can jump it or you can walk it. And let's go ahead and change it up. I'm going to, wait, what am I doing? I'm gonna do crisscross jacks with little seal arms. Yeah, sometimes I forget what I'm doing. When I have it written down, this takes a little bit more balance and coordination. So do whatever type of jumping jack or no jumping jack that you like. Totally fine. By me, I just like it when people just do their best and just keep moving. That's really important. Just keep moving. All right, if you need a little break to lower your heart rate, march in place, get more water, go ahead and do so. Let's just do a couple side steps, lower the heart rate just a little bit. Shaking out those hips. I do a lot of hip work. So, all right, so let's go ahead and go down to the mat. I'm gonna do a side kick through progression, and you wanna sit like I am right now, and we're gonna use that arm going forward and back like you're elbowing someone behind you, like punching them with that elbow, right in the gut or in the cheek. Your choice. All right, so we're gonna start with 4, just lifting up that hip. And I'm gonna keep the knee down for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now let's add the elbow. 4, actually, pause. Now let's go ahead and add the leg, lifting that leg up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's switch sides, other side. So you're gonna feel this in your shoulder and your wrist. That's normal because these are the muscles that we are working to elevate the hip and the leg. All right, we're gonna start with the arm first. Just get the arm moving, get your body used to that motion. And if you need to take the arm out, you can, but it will help you with balance on this exercise. All right, just lifting up the hip first. 2, we're going for 4, 3, and 4. And let's go ahead and lift up the leg for 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, go ahead and stand up. Let's do some side jacks. We're just gonna step it out because we want the heart rate to be lowered just a little bit, because the next exercise is going to increase your heart rate for sure, because we're going to do these kicks. We're gonna do kick throughs. All right, so get down on your mat. So it's very similar, but we're going to add a kick. I'm just kind of showing you, you might want to get that bottom foot out of the way. Don't go too close to your other foot, otherwise it'll be hard. You'll be kicking yourself in the shoe. Okay, kick through for 4, 3, 2, 1 more. My foot is flexed, and 1. Keep that foot close to the floor when you are kicking it. Other side, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now these are definitely hard. And it takes a lot of balance. So if you feel like you're off balance, don't feel bad. It's totally typical. So let's go ahead and shake out those hips, and we're gonna go on all 4s with flexed feet. You're looking down at your mat, and we're gonna try these pivots. Pivot to one side and to the other. And you're gonna need to move those feet just a little bit. As you can see, I am moving the feet. Just looking at your mat the entire time. And you will feel these in your wrist. If you want to do a little jump, that's fine. Just go ahead and sit up. Give your wrists a little bit of a break. And you might need to have your knees a little bit further away, about hip distance, not too close. Otherwise, the feet will get in the way. Are you ready? Enjoy this little bit of a break here while I explain away. So now we're going to do the twist, pivot, and the kick. So getting in our position and kick it, and other side, and actually let's go ahead and stay on this one side. And 2, we're gonna do 4 on each side, 3, and let's switch the other side without, I guess that was 4. And 3 on the side, 3 more, I should say, 2 more, and last one, kick it, and take a little break. Sit up on your heels, roll out those wrists. You might be a little bit sore if you're not used to doing a lot of planks or yoga. So the more you do, the more strengthening you'll get in those wrists, and you won't feel the tension too much. All right, back on all 4s. All right, we're going to go alternating from side to side now, and kick, center, other side, kick, center, kick, center, kick, center, kick it, center, kick it, back to center, kick it, center, twist and pivot, and kick, center, and take a little break. My heart rate is up. How is yours? Yeah, these are challenging. So if you want to stop and just practice and then come back to it. So this time I'm going to speed it up just a little bit. If you go too fast, you might fall. Your hip might kind of hit the ground. I'm going to speed it up. 2, 3, 1 on each side, 4, and that's good enough for me. How about you? All right, let's go ahead and do a couple more. Practice if you'd like. 2, 3, 4, and done. Roll out those wrists. Get the hair out of the way if it's in your mouth. Sit down on your side. I'm gonna have another sip of water. We're 70% water. I'm trying to get my 96 ounces of water every day. Let's go ahead into a 90-90 hip stretch. And if you can't go exactly in this position, that's okay. Let's go ahead and just twist to one side. Oh, this feels so awesome. Twist to the other side. And switching, let's go to the other side. And sitting up tall. And twist and look a little to the side and to the back. Twist to the other side. All right, sit on your booty. And let's just go ahead and do some windshield wipers, just moving those knees from side to side. And go ahead and swivel around and go into a plank. Lower down to your hips so your belly is on the floor. Point those toes and up to cobra, looking down the entire time. So your hips are down on the ground. You're not going up too far. This stretches out the abs. It's a light back bend and lower back down. Push your hips back up to a downward facing dog. Maybe move those hands closer to the feet. Trying to bring those heels as close to the mat as you can. And you might be more flexible than I am. Maybe your hands are much closer to your feet. Let's go ahead and it's called walking the dog. Just one heel up, then the other. And let's go back down and dust off those hands and stand up for some stretches. You did such an awesome job. I'm so proud of you. All right, so balance on one leg and using that core. Now, at the end of the workout, it's much harder to balance, so if you need to grab onto something, we're gonna start with this figure 4 glute stretch. I'm gonna put my hands together at my heart center. The top foot is flexed. I'm slowly balancing and lowering. And if you can't go as low as me, or if your knee starts to bother you, that means don't go so low. Stand up and switching feet. Get your balance first before you lower. And I do balancing exercises all the time, every single day. So it's not you have it or you don't. You just gotta practice lowering. Again, be careful about that knee. And I can go pretty low. I have pretty flexible hips. And standing back up. All right. And I'm gonna balance again. Quad stretch. Actually, let's do a hip flexor stretch. Hugging that knee toward my chest, flexing that foot, bringing it as high as I can. So you may not be able to bring that knee as high as me, and that's fine. All right, balancing first, loading that opposite hip, grabbing my shin and hugging it as close to my chest as I can, trying to stand up straighter. And that foot is flexed also. Try not to crunch, just standing up tall. And I'm teetering a little bit, and then lower carefully. All right, so let's go ahead and stretch out the quads. Those are the 4 large muscles on the front of the leg. I'm grabbing my laces, and make sure you're not bringing that leg out too far to the side or too close to your opposite leg. It should be centered. Bring that shoulder back. Mine tends to roll forward. You can put your hand on your hip or up above. Maybe say Om. Om. I like saying that. It's very peaceful and calming. Yeah, I'm a little silly. All right, balancing. I've got my other hand up for balance. Grabbing my laces. Bringing that leg in line with the other. Keep that standing leg a little bit bent. Pushing that shoulder back. And just trying to balance for as long as you can. Oops, try not to fall. All right, let's do some shoulder rolls. We did a couple of those punches. Actually, a lot of shoulder work with the planks and those side kick throughs. One shoulder, then the other. Nice little stretch, bringing that arm by my ear. Doing a little tilt, looking up. Feels good in my abs, and shaking out that hand. Other side, holding my elbow, looking up and pulling a little bit more. And let's do a shoulder stretch, tricep stretch. That shoulder might tend to go up, lower it back down, look over, shake out those hips, wiggle the fingers. Our fingers don't get enough love. Other side, lowering the shoulder, wiggling the hips, wiggling the fingers. Hope you like this workout and hope to see you soon.